Okay, I am now officially, well, I've been live for the last 13 minutes. Sorry for the delay, but the stream has officially started. I am going to let the community post, because I'm going to do a community post, let those people know. See what's a good what's a good remark to make. Hot dog. This is a stream epic. Um, thing. I need a real good. This is an advertisement, people. I need something that really pops out. Stream starting now. A reflection on season one of Winter. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Real hooker dinger there. Okay. So this stream, I am going to once again, since I am a narcissist, I am going to be watching my own videos on stream because I'm just like that. I got an ego. I'm joking. So yeah, due to my ego-ness, I will be well. It's a commentary. People do commentaries. I mean, have you seen those movie commentaries from the cast that make the movie? So that's different, I guess. I am the creator of the movie, the creator of the show, watching the show. Yeah, it's interesting. So let me just pull it up real quick. Oh, I should remove the stream starting soon because the stream has started. Okay, there we go. Now I am Rusty number 5 once again. Okay, while I am pulling up the Wooden Railway Travels Season 1 playlist, I am going to use this time to, talk. So, Wooden Railway Travels has definitely had a very bumpy release schedule. It took me over a year, like a year and 3 months, to release 13 episodes, which is just the most ridiculous thing on planet Earth. And before that, I had like 2 years where I could have released episodes because I announced Wooden Railway Travels in 2020, 4 years ago. So it's definitely kind of embarrassing that I'm only just now getting around to finishing season 1 of my Wooden Railway series. That for the first 10 episodes was filmed just in my room on the floor. While it's still filmed in my room, I did switch to I don't want to say it's professional by any means, but it's more of like Sodor-ish looking sets, kind of like kind of like the basic looking sets in the Hit era, something along those lines. So yeah, I would like to apologize for that release schedule, just how bumpy and wild and just not good at all it was. Cause okay, let's recap. So with the first 5 episodes of When Railway Travels came out decently on a decent time frame. Around 2 months, we had the first episode, The Proud and Strong Gordon, released on June 3rd, I think, 2023. The next 3 episodes released the following month, and then James Proves His Worth released in mid-August. Then the series went on a hiatus until returning in September with the episode Ahoy. Then Yard Engine came out in early January. Then after that, it became like one new episode every month, with the exception of March, where both A Job for Flynn, Kevin's Day Out and A Job for Flynn the Fire Engine both came out during that month. And then another hiatus of like 2 months when Thomas and the Conflict interrupted that hiatus, which is very good. Interrupted that hiatus. Great Scottish came out last month, and then Grand Opening came out yesterday. So that is in total like a year and almost 3 months of 13 episodes, which is again not good at all. And I can promise you that season 2 will have a weekly schedule this fall, starting this fall. My plan is I'll release the first 7 episodes this fall, then the series will go on a hiatus, and then season 2, the second half of season 2, will release early 2025. That is my plan. I got a pretty good plan, and if I want to stick to that plan, I have to actually film episodes in advance, which is something I kind of did for season 1. The Proud and Strong Gordon was filmed in like December 2022. And then I filmed Duck Theory in like April, maybe April 2023, around there. But then I kind of went off the tracks. Ha ha ha, Thomas pun. Um, and filmed episodes like a week before I released them, which is not a good idea. Don't do that. I wouldn't recommend it. As someone who did it for a really long time, film your episodes in advance, please. Good idea. If you want a consistent release schedule, film your episodes in advance. Like 3 months in advance is the best idea. It actually, film your episodes a year in advance. That's better. Oh, actually, heck, just film your episodes an entire decade in advance, because that's just a great idea. Then you'll never miss a week. You can release 100 episodes 100 weeks in a row because they've all been filmed over the last decade. Hooray! You've really accomplished something there, I must say. Something better than I've accomplished. Speaking of 10 years, we are coming up on 10 years of Rusty Number 5 in 2 years, which is truly just amazing. I will announce my plans for my 10-year anniversary videos in S soon, I get in the next few months. It's going to be a big thing, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this tab here. Well, I got my phone here, which has the stream playing on it, so I can see, and yes, it is in fact present on here. Okay, once this loads, we can begin The Proud and Strong Gordon, the first episode. We will be watching every single episode of season 1 on the stream. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but if I were to give an estimate, we'll be here for like the next hour. These aren't too long episodes. The Very Hectic Day is shorter than any episode in the classic series. These episodes, only 2 episodes of the entire season even reach the 10-minute mark. So I think we can be good for a not really long stream. So let's begin. This is The Proud and Strong Gordon, the first episode of season 1. I will be providing commentary and fun facts during the stream. So look forward to that. And if I'm echoing, let me know, because that tends to be a thing on these live streams. Okay, the good morning sequence. It's definitely kind of random that I decided to do that of all things. The good morning sequence, it is a little random, and I know it's from the hit era, so it's lame. But I think it does kind of fit the flow of the series, and it's just cool. I am debating, however, whether I'm going to keep the good morning intro for season 2, or if I'm going to change it to something else. Currently, I am thinking that I will keep the good morning intro, but minds change. I'm also, I don't necessarily want to do like a generic intro either, like just an intro that has a basic Thomas song in it over footage of trains going by, because it's been done a million times, and I don't want to do something that's already been done a million times in a Thomas fan series.
On schedule.
Except I do, but you know what I mean.
Some engines, although they work hard, are pretty annoying braggers. I'm the strongest engine on rails.
Ladies and gentlemen, just great camera quality here. We can see Percy very clearly here. It's amazing.
Yes, we know that, Gordon. Stop telling us.
I really shouldn't have used that lie. I don't know why I did that.
Well, I just want to let you know that I'm going to have a very special passenger on the Express tomorrow. Did anyone ask?
Wow, duck out here with the facts.
Not me. Everyone listen. It is a very important visitor, and who is it? Well, little Thomas, it is none other than the railway inspector. Gordon wanted to prove to the other engines that he was a strong engine. But later down the line, things are going to take a turn that Gordon never asked for.
So, as a lot of you probably know, I didn't use this, but the first half of this episode was used for a test pilot back in 2020. My initial plan was to do the whole episode as that test pilot, but I kind of just wanted to get it out quickly, so I decided to make it a little clip, and that's the test pilot.
Hey, I can shut up whenever I like to. I just choose not to right now.
And this here has just about the exact same script. It's slightly altered. For example, Gordon says he is the strongest engine on rails as opposed to the proudest, because the proudest doesn't make that much sense.
Gordon, the railway inspector got caught in traffic, so it will probably take another half hour for him to get here. Shoot. Now I have to spend even more time in the station. Well, Gordon, if you have to stay in the station, let's have a race. But we can't. How about we race from here to the end of the yard and back?
Okay, so I mean, used to technically, but I guess I still kind of do. I have a spin-off series called The Adventures of Philip the Diesel. I don't know why I chose Philip to do a spin-off series on, of all characters, but I have a spin-off series called The Adventures of Philip the Diesel. I'm sure a lot of the episodes suck. I have not rewatched the series in some time, but no, Philip's just an annoying odd. I mean, not an odd character. He's kind of like a reflection of Thomas in a way, but not the character to base a spin-off series of. It's like, don't give the comic relief character his own show or movie or just thing for that matter. The comedy relief character should have little doses, little, just be a little things splattered throughout, comedy. Not its own show. Don't make it the main character, guys.
No, I don't want to take any part in your stupid races. Come on, Gordon, they're fun. The railway inspector better get here soon. Soon, the railway inspector arrived. Finally, now I can leave. Before the tour begins, the railway inspector would like to tell everyone how great of a railway this is. Like he'll ever say that. This railway is very unique, and there's no other railway like it. I'm looking forward to the tour I'm about to receive, and I'll bet that Sodor will always be a fun place. You could tell he was thinking. I could see it right through his eyes. Shh. Be quiet. Don't ruin my time to shine. And I heard that you're Gordon. Yes, sir. Gordon. Proud and strong, I be. Here we go. And now I shall begin the tour. A review is to follow.
So I really like the idea of making the railway inspector an antagonist. He's not an antagonist here, but Kikre utilized him as being this evil, well, not evil character, but an antagonistic character. And I just feel like the idea of the railway inspector being this big authority figure, being an antagonist is very creative and, unique from your average Diesel 10 being the antagonist in a Thomas fan series. Okay, now that I think about it, that is the only time in the series so far I have used a whistle. In general, I'm not big on using sound effects such as whistles in my series because it does take a lot of time. I might go back to it, I don't know.
Well, for starters, this railway has some nice grass. Perfect grass. I love myself some grass. Gee, railway inspector, very deep thoughts you got there. Our next stop is Tidmouth Sheds. It's a shed and stuff. Let's continue. Well, Gordon.
The light is back, oh boy.
Could you try and do a bit more explaining? Like, who sleeps there? Who doesn't? What year was it built? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? It's a shed. It has a cool atmosphere, I guess. People like it. I mean, engines like it. I think it's time to go now. Here we are at Brendam Docks, home of an annoying diesel always telling his silly little tales, and a jerk crane who doesn't care about life. Well, I mean, not the best description of me. I think his description of you was on point. Hey. A diesel. Fascinating. A dockside diesel. A red diesel. A diesel?
I think he likes diesels, guys.
Come on, let's go. This is the Knapford Yard, right next to Knapford Station. Yeah, I've seen this before. Oh, right. Gordon had no clue what to show the railway inspector or what to say.
Gosh, I'm prepared for this. Well, me, I guess so. Not you guess so. You are. You need to be. You bragged to all those engines that you're the proudest engine and the strongest engine on the railway. Aren't you proud of being proud and strong? Well, yeah. Oh no, a buffer! Gordon tried to use his brakes. Yeah, so not the highest quality episode by any means, but it gets better. But it was no use.
Gordon crashed into the buffer.
Well, let's replay that. That was low key.
But it was no use. Gordon crashed.
Like wow, the way that Gordon just flies here and the tender falls off. Chef's kiss, I guess.
What happened? I felt something crash.
Yeah, you think?
Gordon, what happens? It's hard to explain. Later, Edward arrived with Rocky, the breakdown crane. At Knapford Station, Sir Topham Hatt was very cross. Gordon, what happened out there? Sorry, sir. I should have practiced before the tour.
I'm gonna be real. Odd moral here. Like, oh, you should practice. I don't know. It's like he's an engine. He didn't necessarily need to practice for a tour, I feel like.
I was very...
Not that the series is all for morals, but this is clearly a moral of some sort.
Well then, Gordon. Maybe a week without pulling the express will teach you a lesson. James, you'll be pulling the express for the next 7 days. Sweet. And Edward, you will be taking the railway inspector on a proper tour of the railway. Yes, sir. Actually, I'm out. After my experience with Gordon, I don't want to do the tour. 2 out of 10 for your railway. Later, Gordon was in his shed, thinking about what he did. Do you think he learned his lesson? Do you think...
I don't know. It's like we shouldn't be treating Gordon like he's just some horrible engine here. What he did wasn't that bad. He did crash, but even then.
Personally, I'm not sure. What do you think?
Okay. I'm gonna have to give that episode a 4 out of 10, maybe. The moral's weird. It wasn't that. I mean, it was obviously bad that he crashed, but Gordon's not some horrible evil because of it here. It's not like I don't know. It's not like he threatens anyone. I mean, can't be treating Gordon like that. This next episode, I am afraid to say, is not much better. Duck Theory. We got a great ad going here, I think. Just gonna wait because ads are weird sometimes. Okay.
At Biscuitville, we know that local has a flavor all its own.
I think.
That's why we take pride in partnering with local and family-owned businesses who share our commitment to quality. Biscuitville, the flavor of local, the quality of family-owned.
Great family-owned business show. I like when you the videos low. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the good morning sequence. Honestly, I don't think we need to watch it every time.
Duck, the Great Western Engine, is proud of his Great Western heritage and lets everyone know. There are two ways of doing things, the Great Western Way or the wrong way. How did you know? Well, that is the 57th time you said that this week. Oh, right.
I think right off the bat, you might be able to tell why I'm not a huge fan of this episode. It emphasizes the whole Great Western Way thing, as if that's literally all Duck has to him. Well, yeah, he is proud of his Great Western heritage. He isn't just obnoxiously like this all the time.
The night after Gordon's bad experience with the railway inspector,
Oh, hey, look at that.
Duck began
Continuity.
a
Nice.
conversation with Gordon. Hey, Gordon. What? I have a theory. I don't care. I think that since you get annoyed by my belief in the Great Western Way and the wrong way, then you are doing the wrong way. The reason why you crashed is because 2 days ago, you said this. The Great Western Way is stupid. And now you've gone through a crash with consequences. And you're saying people who don't support the Great Western Way face major consequences. No, Duck. This is all a coincidence. I am pretty sure. I mean, how many times have I crashed? Oh wait, I should not say I have crashed many times. That shows that I am weak, and I am not weak. And no, I just said I'm weak. Oh no. Okay.
Remember, I almost will skip this episode entirely, but this is the season 1 commentary, so I gotta watch every episode.
Hey, Gordon.
Probably not gonna say too much
it
for
is
this
a
one, actually.
coincidence, all you like. But I know the truth. It's a result of you not believing in the Great Western Way. The next day, Bill and Ben, two tank engine twins who like to cause mischief, were getting ready to take trucks to Brendam Docks. We hate delivering trucks. We too. It takes away from our fun time. Well, if you two do your jobs, then you'll be able to have fun later. Now, take the trucks to Brendam Docks. But what if we don't want to? Hoa hoa. Quack quack. Quack quack. Quack quack. Just leave already. Fine. Look. You know, you two, there are two ways of doing things. The Great Western Way or the wrong way.
I will say I did a decent job at the Duck voice.
No, there aren't. Stupid Montague. It's annoying as heck. Soon enough, Bill and Ben got going. They soon came to a switch. Where do we go? The left track or the right track? Hey, Gordon, do you know how we... Oh, he can't hear us because of his loud whistle. What do you want to do, Bill? I don't know. Maybe we should go the right way. Now, let's see what the right track has to offer. Express coming through! Gordon, you might want to watch where you're going. You seem to be going rather fast. But Gordon couldn't hear them, and he crashed into...
Oh, look at that. Gordon crashes 2 episodes in a row.
Bill and Ben.
Also, just about every episode of the series so far has a crash, which is impressive. I believe the only episode of the series to not have a crash is Thomas and the Conflict.
Causing the rocks to go flying into the air.
Oh yeah, those rocks I collected a few years back and stored them in a bag.
Landing on Bill, Ben, and Gordon. Later, Duck heard about the incident. Sir Topham Hatt asked him to go to the docks and take a new batch of rocks. Thanks for the rocks, matey. So, have any of you learnt your lesson?
What are you talking about?
All of you don't support the Great Western Way, and shortly after, you got into an incident. How many more times do we have to tell you? That means absolutely nothing. You don't know that. Pretty sure we do. You know, me, you should learn a lesson. Quack, 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 a quackity, quack, 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 quacky, quackers, quack, 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 those quack, 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 quack.
Okay. Very mid episode. Even more mid than the Proud and Strong Gordon, impressively. But this next episode, Flora and the Grumpy Passenger makes up for it because it's exciting, I will say. A bit of action going on. Also gives Flora the spotlight, which Flora doesn't get a lot of spotlight from really anyone. So, I mean, I've seen some stuff related to Flora, but not a lot. So, this episode is unique in that aspect. Will it load? That's the question. Okay, here we go. I think it's about a start. Don't know why the internet is just in general so slow. Okay.
Flora is a steam tram that works at Great Waterton. She has her own double-decker tram coach to take passengers around Stepney's branch line. One day, she was talking to Toby, and then the driver told Stepney, "Sorry, Flora, I have to go
this episode
now."
mentions Stepney, who has yet to appear in the series, but he will appear in the season 2 premiere, Caroline Catastrophe.
Oh, well then. See you later, Toby. Hey, Flora, it's 3 p.m. Time for the afternoon passengers. And Flora puffed away.
Soon, she arrived at the station. The passengers got on board, and Flora set off.
One passenger, however, who was on the telephone, was very mad. "Okay, Pablo, I don't have time. I'm on a double-decker coach right now."
Oh yeah, I'm very creative here. I use the drawers underneath my bed, which are no longer there. I use those drawers as the inside of the coach. I've been doing this for forever. It's not creative, but it's something. I mean, it's creative, but it's not cool. That's what I meant to say.
I don't care.
But if you're expecting professionalism, don't watch Rusty Number 5. That's all I'll say.
Flora was starting to get annoyed. Ugh, I have a feeling this will be a long time. Okay, Pablo, I'll sign the petition another time. But you've already waited for several days, so when you get off the coach, sign it. You have it in your pocket. The petition is pointless. We don't need more trees near the field. But it's for a good cause. No, it's not. 15 minutes later, the passengers were at their destination. Stupid Pablo. How stupid is he? More trees would make the railway look more nice. This put Flora in a bit of a bad mood. There was this passenger on my tram today, and he was not very tolerable, at all. He was mad at someone named Pablo. He was mad at this guy named Pablo. His name is Pablo?
That moment when you don't check what you are editing and goof slip in.
That sounds kind of familiar.
That brings me to my little advice with Rusty Number 5 here. Double check before you post.
Actually. I think I might know what's going on. Are you talking about the grumpy passenger who's been on the railway lately? I am, Mavis. And also, is he, like, famous or something? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about him lately. And I also heard of a guy named Pablo, so that's him. Now that I think about it, around 30 minutes ago...
Impressively, Henry has not had that big of a role in When Railway Travels at all in Season 1. I believe he was the only character to not... Well, Henry didn't even have any sort of supporting character role. Like, literally, I don't think he's even appeared outside of Tidmouth Sheds, which is kind of insane. Him and Emily, I believe, are the only members of the Steam team who have only had minor roles in the series so far. Toby had some roles, nothing major by any means, but the episodes The Very Hectic Day and Thomas and the Conflicts, he was a part of the story. Somewhat.
I saw him. He was at Farquhar Station about to board Birdie, and he was carrying a hat that looks a lot like Sir Topham Hatt's hat. Just then, Birdie sped by, and after spinning around numerous times, Birdie sped by.
That's smooth. Guy looks like he's dancing actually.
After spinning around
like a chugging tank character, that's exactly what it is.
Numerous times, he crashed into the sheds. No one was seriously injured except for Birdie. Sir Topham had arrived shortly after. He was shocked. Birdie, what on earth happened here?
Not gonna lie, this episode
horrible,
might be
sir.
a little too intense for what is the third episode of the series. Say you should probably wait a little bit before going insane.
To someone on
the
drugs.
Pablo, don't do drugs. Definitely don't do drugs.
His name was, and he got so mad that he pushed off the drivers and drove the bus himself. He then jumped out and went.
Okay, so fun fact here: Birdie's role in this episode. Originally, it was going to be Jeremy who crashes into Tidmouth Sheds. I don't know if I really need to explain why I changed that, but if I do, a little too similar to the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Well, this is what happens. That's horrible. We need to clean this all up and then find that man. A team of vehicles were soon recruited to clean the mess. Sir Topham Hatt later went searching to find the man who caused the accident. How will I ever find him? Is this Sir Topham Hatt? I'm here to take you down.
Okay, don't get too attached to this guy because I don't think we'll be seeing him again.
Actually, I'm here to take you down. I have my telephone here, and I'm calling the police. Well, I can just run. But he soon heard the cop sirens. Oh no. The passenger was soon arrested, and the problem was solved. Now that all of that mess is sorted, I'm gonna have a coffee to relax. I can't stop! Oh, come on.
Okay, so that there was kind of supposed to be, like, I don't know, the idea here is that this episode takes place right before the Meet the Characters segment, my famous, I might add, Meet the Characters segment on James, and I only say it's famous because it was in the Tank Engine Society Film Festival, which gave it a lot of views, and now it's like my 4th most viewed video, which is great. Speaking of film festivals, I would love if we had another one of those. I know, obviously, the Tank Engine Society doesn't exist anymore, but who's to say we can't just do that? Like, you know, some big Thomas YouTuber. Please do that for me, please. It would be great. And no, not particularly. Get a free chemistry lab. That's kind of yay. 2-minute ads should be illegal. Anything longer than a minute, unless it's that Lego movie ad from a few years ago, and you know I really don't know what was up with that. But extreme marketing. It was around the time the Lego Movie 2 was coming out, I believe. Oh, that's there. Don't want to watch that stupid episode again. Never again. My ears are literally bleeding from that episode.
D199 is a diesel engine from the mainland. He had come to Sodor for a few weeks to help out due to the Great Railway Show soon. On the day of his arrival, Sir Topham Hatt let the engines
Okay, I will
know
say
about
this
him.
is definitely the best quality episode of the series so far. We got a nice crisp microphone that I have incorporated here, and the camera quality
D199 is an engine
So I'm
who has
improving.
come from
Great.
the mainland. He will be here for 7 weeks to help out with the extra work due to the railway show opening soon. However, the engines found D199 to be quite annoying. I'm the most unique engine there is. Sir Topham Hatt won't want you all.
Now, this episode especially is very clear confirmation that Thomas Wooden Tales and Wooden Railway Travels, Thomas Wooden Tales being my previous Wooden Railway series, which was wacky and insane. Those of you remember it. Yeah, so these two shows do not by any means take place in the same universe at all. Thomas Wooden Tales is simply two wacky head elements of the Magic Railroad, and Sodor just blew up the whole islands. Yet the people who reside in Sodor and the engines, they all survived. I don't know how that works at all. It was very weird, wacky, and bizarre. Opposed to Wooden Railway Travels, which is an attempt at being more realistic, not trying to be as goofy, trying to be a little goofy for sure, but nowhere near as surreal. And D199 was sorry, Logan. D199 was one of the antagonists of the Thomas Wooden Tales finale, End of the Tale. And he's definitely implied to be, big evil. Well, here he is just your standard diesel, and he will always remain that. So, yeah, Thomas Wooden Tales and Wooden Railway Travels, two completely different universes, and that also applies to the original Thomas Wooden Tales characters like Buddy and Bill the Workman. They only exist in Thomas Wooden Tales. They do not exist in the Wooden Railway Travels universe. Two very different universes for sure.
Anymore once he sees my work. How incredible can your work be? You just look like an ordinary diesel. Maybe a bit more unique looking, like, let's say, Bear, but, not by that much. If anything, you're pretty ordinary.
I'm kind of amazed that Bear and D261 are the same character, because they don't really seem like that at all. Honestly, I mean, Bear's face is yellow, I believe. That's kind of their only differentiation.
If you ask me. Ordinary? Did you just call me ordinary, Fat Blue? Fat Blue? I'm Gordon, the proudest express engine of them all.
Okay, there I go again with proudest. Like proudest doesn't really make sense here. The better word here would be strongest. You're the strongest express engine of them all, not the proud. I mean, maybe you are the proudest. You do have a lot of confidence there, Gordon, buddy. But the better word here is strongest. Anyways, that's all for my nerd yapping.
I'll be pulling that express of yours in about 2 weeks when... Oh, shut it. Stupid steam engines. They're nowhere near as powerful as us diesels.
Yeah, you diesels are gonna take over, or whatever Diesel said. Now, of course, in real life, the diesels are extinct too. But, diesels took over steam engines in the real world, and Sodor was kind of like even in the Thomas Friends universe, Sodor was kind of the safe place for steam engines to reside there without having to constantly worry about getting scraps because Stronach cares. And to all you normies, I say that word ironically, to all you normies, Stronach is by no means an evil dictator.
Diesel. Looks
Sorry,
like a big
most amazing top 10. Your theory is debunked.
one to my. More diesels. Epic. Hello there. I'm Diesel. And I'm Diesel.
Poor Paxton, being the most innocent Diesel out of these bunches here. Not counting the nice ones, but Paxton's definitely the nicest one, and he's thrown under the bus.
I'm
Yeah.
revolutionary. You know, we could be the ultimate Diesel gang. That's perfect. The ultimate Diesel trio. I like it. You're not in it. D19 and Diesel laughed. Later, Thomas was pulling Annie and Clarabelle when he saw Diesel and D199. Hey, Thomas, you need help with your directions? No. I have been pulling Annie and Clarabelle on this branch line for many years. In fact, it is literally called Thomas's branch line because, well, I'm really useful. You do? Okay, here you go. Hey, that's not nice.
Oh yeah, great saying the obvious there, Thomas. That's not nice.
Hey, look, it's Edward. What are you doing, Edward? I'm pulling Henrietta for Toby. He's ill right now. Hey, how about you take the day off and we pull Henrietta for you? No thanks. Shoot, Edward must be hard to trick. Right, but granted, he's been on the railway for a very long time, and he's a very wise and experienced engine. I know who isn't hard to trick. Paxton. Hey, Paxton, wanna join our team? Sure thing. We can be the ultimate Diesel trio. Yep, we sure can. Hooray! To start off, we'd like to show you a bird. Oh boy, a bird. I like birds. It's a very fun game. We highly recommend it. Yeah, it's called Spot the Bird. A few minutes passed. Hi, where's that bird? I don't see it.
So yeah, I'm definitely trying to be a little CGI series. Well, obviously the CGI series was the only series Paxton appeared in, but I'm really trying to replicate that CGI feel with him here.
Diesel and D19 left. Okay, I have a fun idea on how we can trick Harold the helicopter. Harold, there's an emergency at Brendam Docks. You have to fly as quick as you can. Sir Top Matt said so. I'm on my way. Soon, Harold arrived at Brendam Docks.
Okay, so this is a Trackmaster Herald, which I didn't get a less being up, I must say, Wooden Railway Herald until like a month after this. So that is, well, what I just say, a Trackmaster Herald.
He was flying so fast that he crashed into Salty. So, what's the emergency? Emergency? What do you mean? There is no emergency. Well, there wasn't an emergency until you came. You kinda caused an emergency when you crashed into Salty. But Diesel and some other engine told me there was an emergency. Well, if Diesel's involved, they're probably troublemakers. Oh dear. What happened here? We know that you two caused this. How did you know that was I? No, we didn't. Okay, everyone, I'm here. Sorry I was late. What's the emergency? Well, there is no emergency. These two stupid engines think it's a good idea to cause these incidents around the railway.
Sir Topham Hatt was soon informed about the accident and spoke to Diesel and D199. Diesel, D199,
I can see my
what
light
did
there.
you two
Real professional there.
do?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, as a witness, I am pretty sure that Diesel is not telling the truth.
As also a witness, I have to agree Diesel is not telling the truth. Fine. If you all want to expose me so much, well, I might as well expose myself. We told Harold that there was an emergency at Brendam Docks on purpose so mishaps would happen.
We did other bad things too, like we pushed Thomas off the rails. Well then, I have a punishment for both of you. You two will shunt trucks in the yard until further notice.
I can't believe we have to shunt trucks in the yard now. Come on, you two. Shunting trucks is fun. In fact, I made a song about it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
is a
the
reference
shunting,
to, well, maybe not exactly a reference, but in the Adventures of Philip the Diesel, Philip had this somewhat obnoxious shunting song that I would incorporate into multiple episodes. It was like shunting yard, let's all go to the shunting yard. Along those lines, yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say for that little commentary there.
Yard song. Hi, Deju. I still don't see that bed.
Okay, next episode is probably my favorite episode of the entire season. Technically series so far, but it's better to say season here. It says James proves his worth, which I feel like is a fun insight into James's character and his insecurities too. The loading problem. Back again.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace.
Yeah, maybe the intro's a little too long. Now that I think about
Says James was
Oh yeah, special
really
thanks.
stupid.
it. Special thanks to the mall trainer, who is unfortunately not on YouTube anymore. Thank you to him for suggesting the title and the story.
What do you mean? You've accomplished a lot. What do you mean, Percy? Well, you crashed into a field years ago, and you set an island record for fastest on the turntable. But what have I done that I should be proud of? A lot. You got rescued by Edward during a runaway. Percy, do you even know what I'm talking about? Why not ask Sir Topham Hatt for another job? You might be really good at it and accomplish something. I doubt he'll say yes, but okay. James, I would like you to take that truckload of fresh cakes to Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory. Yes, sir. Is something wrong, James? Not really, sir, but this morning I was just thinking about how little I feel I've accomplished. How little you've accomplished? You've accomplished a lot. I know, but a lot of what I've accomplished is pretty embarrassing. I see your point, but for right now you have to deliver the cakes. We'll talk about it later. Just then, the dock manager arrived. Sir, Salte's ill. We need a temporary dockside engine for a few days.
Oh, ooh, pick me, ooh, pick.
Okay, not necessarily a fun fact, more an unfortunate fact about this episode. I lost a whole lot of the footage for it originally, so I have to refilm a whole lot of it. And that's why the audio sounds off here, because I'm using my computer to record this audio with the original footage because I lost the audio for it. It's fun.
Pick me.
James, are you 5 years old? But yeah, you can definitely have the job. You'll start tomorrow.
Here's James. Can't wait. Snap out of it, Cranky. Anyways, we got work to do, everyone. Get a move on, get a move on. I have a feeling that I won't like these next few days. Come on, troublesome trucks. Let me show you
Yes, the YouTube short.
how making those stupid laughing noises. We'd rather not. Ugh. Did someone say James? No, but I could use your assistance with these stupid, troublesome trucks. Teach them to behave or something. Well, in that case, you basically said James. Who else could do this but James?
I
If
would trust Cranky more. I mean, Cranky is a little threatening, not as threatening as, let's say, Hector, but pretty threatening.
Being honest, I give Stanley some credit. Hush, you're supposed to say James? Yeah, because it boosts your ego. You're the one to talk. Okay, well, if you can teach these troublesome trucks to behave for me, I'm gonna go do some not evil things at all whatsoever, if you know what I mean. Well, okay then. Okay, troublesome trucks, are we ready to cough, behave? Heck no. Well, that sucks, cause you kinda have to. Sir Topham had arrived to give James some instructions.
Yeah, that microphone that was attached to my camera will get real loud sometimes.
James, I have been given word that those trucks now need to be taken to Farquhar Quarry. Will do, sir. And James set off, not knowing what the troublesome trucks had planned. The ride was going smooth at first, until... James Delim. Excuse me, I'm trying to get to the quarry on time. The troublesome trucks were silent for a few minutes, continuing to plot their plan. Eventually, they decided to give out a very loud boo. The boo was so loud, in fact, that they startled James's driver, and he pressed the wrong button, causing James to go very fast. Eventually, he crashed into some bushes and was cruising off the rails. Oh no, the transfer table. James had landed right in the middle of the transfer table.
I enjoy having the transfer table. It's, well, actually, I don't have all of the accessories needed, but it's still fun to use. It looks good on layouts too, especially someone like me who definitely doesn't have a whole lot of destinations.
Confusion and delay for the other engines. Come on, James, I'm pulling the express. Now the passengers are gonna be late. So much for wanting to achieve something, James. You're not helping, Percy. Also, this wasn't my fault. The troublesome trucks over here let out a large boo, which startled my driver and caused all this. Of course it was the troublesome trucks. Of course, it wouldn't be out of the question for this to happen because of your own stupidity, James. Jordan. Oops, sorry. Sir Topham Hatt was cross. Troublesome trucks? As usual, you have caused confusion and delay. Do we look like we care? Did the troublesome trucks really just say that to the controller of the railway? Sure did, Terrence. That night at the sheds, James was, once again, feeling stupid. I still haven't accomplished enough, thanks to the troublesome trucks. James, you'll live. Yeah, but I want to do something really cool. Trust me, you'll get an opportunity at some point. At some point, but I want it now. Just then, Donald and Douglas arrived. Everyone, Rebecca's stuck on top of a nearby hill, and she could fall any minute. We need an engine to help. I volunteer. Well, okay then, let's go.
James, go over there. You might be able to catch Rebecca.
Oh no, I'm about to fall.
Oh yeah, I did use Rebecca in this. I mean, she might appear again. There's not much I can really do with her because, Blubba didn't give her much material to work with. But we'll see.
And James
There are a lot of characters I can use. Too many, in fact.
did. Sir Topham Hatt soon arrived. Sorry, sir. I was being a bit clumsy. James was very proud of himself. He had helped prevent a major accident. It looked as though he had finally proved his worth.
I just love when they
The
say
next
it's
day, James was talking to Thomas, Percy, and Cranky
Okay, I believe
about
the editing gets a little wacky around here.
what happens. And so, Rebecca was saved.
See, James? I knew you could do it. I had faith in you.
Doesn't matter, because I had faith in myself.
Come on, James. Yeah, pretty solid episode, like I mentioned. A good deep dive, if you want to call it that, into James's character and why he is the way he is, maybe. I don't know, the bragging, you could say, comes from insecurity. Except that's kind of a headcanon. I don't know. Still works well, I think. Like, deep down, James isn't too fond of himself, even if he acts like it.
Did you know cheese is
Some
made
back
extra
recorders.
toasty? I did.
Don't know if I can fix that, but it's not that big of a deal. I can just use my hands that I have and scroll up. Okay, this next episode was the Ultimate When Railway Travels return after a 3-month hiatus. I went I don't think I posted anything from October to December, which is the longest amount of time I've gone without uploading a video. School. I blame school on everything. Honestly, school is just the root of all problems. All evil there. What is a wooble? I feel like I actually don't want to know. Let's just see this crazy ad. Okay, skip. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so I'm thinking now. It is getting it's not getting late by any means, but I do got school tomorrow. I probably should have done the stream a bit earlier. So I think the
Business can happen
that
virtually.
I have now, my new plan, I think, is that I am going to make this a 2-part stream. This is part 1 of a 2-part stream. We will watch 2 more episodes today, and then next weekend I will do another stream where I watch the second half.
Anywhere. But there's nothing like being there. At National, you can skip the counter and choose any.
Skiff is a sailboat who lives on the island of Sodor.
He loves taking people all around the
Okay,
island.
this is the first episode where I use my current Canon camera, so much better quality going forward.
And since he is a railboat, he can also go in the water. One day, Salty was telling Skiff the pirate treasure story.
Now, this treasure chest is a special pirate treasure that hasn't been touched in 100 years. It's known as Pirate Gary's treasure.
I like the sound of that. Maybe I could be the one that discovers the treasure.
Discover the treasure you could, me hearty. I believe in you.
I don't think he was saying that was what he wanted to do.
Cranky, no one asked for your opinion. Honestly, I could see myself doing it.
Salty was back got savage for the first time.
In fact, I'm
A big moment for him, little Salty.
totally down for this. However, I'm gonna need someone to go with. Who would that be?
Just then, Sir Topham had arrived.
Okay, so let me just address the elephant in the room. There was, in fact, an episode of the official Thomas and Friends series that was about Skiff and Sir Topham Hatt together, and I believe the episode was called Skiff and the Mermaid. But yeah, this episode definitely takes inspiration from it. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Hey, sir, hey, sir, hey, sir, hey, sir, hey,
Hey,
sir,
Apple.
hey, sir, hey, sir, hey, sir. Skiff, I am right here. Also, what do you possibly want that requires a gajillion stars? Well, I have a bit of an idea. A pitch, if you will. What if you and me, tomorrow, went to the deep blue sea to look for treasure? Pirate Gary's treasure, to be exact. Hasn't been touched because it hasn't been found in 100 years. I mean, I don't feel as though I can just say yes to that. Because, I am a controller, so I have many plans, many places to go. Actually, tomorrow is Thursday, which is statistically my least busy day. And now that I think about it, I don't have anything.
Wait, why would
have
Sir Topham Hatt's least busy day be Thursday and not a weekend? The work week tends to be very busy. Doesn't make sense, and that's definitely a goof.
So, sure. Gives me something fun to do. I'm excited already, sir. And so the next day, they did just that. You know what, Skiff? I'm glad I chose this. This is fun. And a nice, relaxing break from all my busy schedules. I know, sir. This is lots of fun. Skiff began to explain the treasure in detail to Sir Topham Hatt. And if I remember the story correctly, if we go on the left, the buried treasure will be right there for us to see. But then there was trouble. There was a giant wave up ahead, and it was unavoidable. Skiff topped over, and Sir Topham Hatt fell off of the boat. Glug, glug. The wave hit us. Yeah, the wave definitely hit us. Oh no! How will we get back now? Well, this island is very small, and there's the ocean right in front of us. So I guess let's hope for the best and ride? I mean, sure, we could give that a try, but Skiff, you have kinda tipped over and stuff like that. So unless another wave arrives, I don't think you will be getting up anytime soon. Wait, I see. That's another way! Sir Topham Hatt and Skiff barely missed the next wave. Wait. There's literally no way we missed that. I'm not sure what sort of luck we have, but I sure am glad we have it. Shh, don't jinx it. Right. The after effect of that wave did actually manage to pick Skiff back up.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I saw Windroy Travels was the better series. Come on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we might be able to leave now. I mean, there's no way it's that easy, Skiff. There's gonna be a catch. I just know it. What should we do now? I don't know, scream for help. I have a better idea. What could possibly be better than that? A game of Finish the Sentence. The rules are simple. I start a sentence, and then you finish it. For breakfast, I ate scrambled eggs and bacon. I am a
railboat.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Okay, I know I kind of broke a rule here. I'm not really supposed to make pop culture references like this. And Thomas, I'm sorry, guys. I know Thomas is supposed to be timeless, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry,
Nice,
enthusiasts.
Off to a good start. Okay, Skiff, this is fun and all, but I feel like we probably should be screaming for help. There is a slight chance that we could, die here. And quite frankly, that's not what I want because, I have a railway to run.
Oh yeah, right, sir. I completely forgot about that.
Not only that, but I have a family.
Ah, right on a stick. So yeah, I guess we could do that screaming for help thing you were talking about. Help! 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 Yeah, this does not seem to be working. We should probably be a little patient. I mean, whenever this happens in the movies, it normally takes about 24 hours? Okay, one, you're an engine. How do you know about a particular movie trope in movies? And two, we're going to be stuck here for 24 hours. Okay, panicking is not gonna work. I mean, if we're shouting for help, it will. Wait, Skiff, you're on 4 wheels again. Why are we even doing this still? Oh, I think that wave damaged my wheels a bit. But lucky for them, good news soon arrived. I have been given word of an emergency, Upfoots.
Captain, I'm so glad you're here.
Yep, and I am here for the rescuing. By the way, Skiff, I overheard that your wheels are not working right now, so yeah, I just want to let you know that. Great to hear. Sir Topham Hatt soon hopped on board, and as Captain and them set off, they were saved. Well, we may not have found any treasure, but this will definitely make for an entertaining story one day. Maybe in 10 years, Skiff. Maybe in 10 years. Thank you so much, Captain. Anytime. Even if those who need to be rescued are pretty dumb.
Wow.
You...
Wow, we just love insulting the control of the railway here on Soda.
No, I have ears, right?
Well, even the series kind of like not insulting Sir Topham Hatt, but semi making fun of him, making jokes about his underwear and whatnot.
See, Daisy, my bad. Anyway, cheerio. That's all I gotta say. I see y'all have returned. How was your extravaganza? Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. Not a great episode. James proves his worth is definitely better. But a solid character dynamic between Skiff and Sir Topham Hatt, I must say. Also, unique location, the ocean. Okay, the last episode we will be viewing today, Yard Engine. This is a sequel to episode 4, D199, the mainline diesel. Things really just don't load around this land.
Every parent knows when to go into protect mode. That's why Lysol cleans and kills 99.9% of germs.
Kills 99%.
Don't just clean. Lysol clean.
Okay, the obnoxious intro.
Philip is a diesel box cab on the island of Sodor who shunts it in Knapford Yard. Stanley, who also works in the yard, is one of his closest friends. Diesel and D199 had been causing mischief around the island, and as punishment, had to shunt trucks in Knapford Yards. I just want to let you guys know that even though we're being punished right now, that doesn't mean we still can't assert our dominance. How about we just all be kind? Yeah, what Philip said. Oh my god, Philip, grow up. The world is not about being kind as you seem to think it is. It's about us and being dominant.
You guys really aren't that special.
Yep, okay, got it. Very cool. You really do think it's a joke right now, huh? I mean, yeah, it's entirely a joke. What even makes you think diesels are going to be able to take over Sodor anyways? 'Cause we're better, and we're faster, and we get the jobs done quicker. Yeah, but we're still useful. That might be true, but we're just better in every way, shape, and form. Well, that concludes my jobs for today. Say, Philip, are you...
Yeah, the joke here is that Philip said Philip after they said say Philip. Haha, I'm very corny.
You at all mischievous? No, I'm a useful engine. Can't have you around like that. You need to learn the ways of a true diesel. Okay, just so you know, if you're trying to make Philip evil, it's not gonna work. What do you know? You're a steam engine. I'm the true yard engine that this railway needs. We'll see about that. With the way you're acting right now, you'll probably be sent back to the mainland by the end of tomorrow. Me? Sent back to the mainland? Never. I need to prove to Sir Topham Hatt that I'm better than steam engines. Yo, how's it going, D199? Why, hello, Diesel. It is going pretty good, I must say. So I was wondering...
Now, if you watch the recent episode, the most recent episode of my series Grand Opening, you will know that D199 disappeared. Just suddenly. Thin air. Out of thin air. No more D199. Maybe he's up to something. Maybe not. I have not written anything. So I actually don't know myself as a creator.
How exactly do you plan for us to assert our dominance over the steam engines? How about we have a poll? Paxton, stop acting like you're part of us. You're not. You're not. Okay. Boy. Well, that was easy. He'll probably be back in 2 minutes, But anyways, how about we play a trick on Stanley? Oh, of course. He's the worst. So what's the plan? We'll sneak up on him and pour that cargo car filled with oil on him. Sounds very devious. And so they did it. Oil flew high into the air and landed all over Stanley. He was soaked. Diesel, D199. But unfortunately for Stanley, they had left. Hey, Bill. Yeah, Ben. Ever think about how we are literally the best duo on the island of Sodor? You know, that's actually kinda true. We are truly as iconic as it gets. I mean, how much more epic can duos on the island of Sodor get? Little did Bill and Ben know the trouble they were about to get into. D199, I think we have found our first victim. Hey, Bill. Yeah, Ben. Do you hear that shoving?
Yeah, I feel like this episode too is a little obnoxious. Just the way Bill and Ben talk.
It sounds.
I think I definitely toned down on the accent a little bit more with the episode Great Scottish, but here it's just a little too much.
It's getting louder and louder. Oh yeah, I do hear that. I am not too sure as to what exactly that could be. Could it be Gordon pulling the Express? I don't think the Express normally runs at this time, so no, I don't think it's Gordon pulling the Express. Maybe. Who knows? Wanna go on a ride, Bill? Not particular!
And we're back in third quarter planning.
Oh, but I just hate Grammarly. Like, I get that writing's not that easy, but I hate Grammarly.
On this project, and she's looking pretty tired, Jill.
She's stuck, Bill.
What do they think they're doing, Bill? Not particularly sure, Ben. But whatever it is, I'm not particularly a fan. I do not think it's very cool at all. It's getting faster.
Sure is. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Why do I have a feeling we're not on the tracks anymore? That would be correct. We are now cruising. That's what you get for being A, a non-diesel, and 2, very, very annoying. Okay, sure, maybe we are annoying, but I like being annoying, so, like, what's wrong with that?
As the troublesome trucks say, on.
Kind of want to know when this is gonna end. Once we crash, I mean, come on.
It's a good lesson for you two. Oh, and also, there's a hill up ahead.
A hill?
You have no time for questions. I'm glad Sir Topham Hatt let me get a new coat of paint after my accidents. I'm better than ever.
Now,
Which is
the
that
crazy question that I always ask myself is, do drivers just not care on Sodor? I get that without them, there's no story, but still, it's kind of insane the way they act sometimes.
actually really true. Look out! What could possibly be going on over there? That's kinda odd.
Bill and Ben were both
Oh yeah, James. Some engines roaming around off the track is it's just very very bizarre. Yeah, very very obvious statement there.
The
James.
grounds.
Dominance. Let me just say that. Dominance.
Don't know what you're trying to dominate here, but I feel like you're probably failing.
You're on the ground too, and so is Diesel. I don't know what exactly you're trying to prove here. James being smarter than you right now is crazy. Always have been, and hey! Also, all you're gonna get right now is a beating from Sir Topham Hatt.
Do you really think we're scared of some guy in a suit?
I mean, you probably should be. He's Sir Topham Hatt, for crying out loud. I don't think you realize his power here. He could get you two scrapped.
But tell me, James, when was the last time an engine got scrapped? Oh, wait.
Well, okay. An engine hasn't been
Well-
scrapped in a very, very,
There is Reginald, if you know, you know.
very long time. Like, I'm pretty sure an engine has never been scrapped on my entire time on this railway. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. Especially here. When you're trying to assert your dominance or something stupid like that.
Okay, you have a point, but...
Bye.
Diesel, you can't just leave me here.
Oh yeah, dude, my sincerest apologies. See, maybe, okay, here we go.
Oh, boys, this what I think it is. The party.
Oh, Roy, my bad. No, it's a serious issue. Diesel and D199 have done some very bad action,
James, you said my bad. Let it be.
and they've both got in the way.
Oh, haha, quite funny.
Don't know what you perceive as funny about that, but take it as you will. This is insane. How? Diesel and D199 have some creative but atrocious minds. You know what? I'll inform Sir Topham Hatt, and I can guarantee you that they will be gone very quickly. Sir Topham Hatt soon caught up to the devious
I love how D199 is just lying on the ground there.
duo. Diesel and D199. I really thought I could trust you two to make a solid comeback and improve. But clearly, you two are far from deserving of that. Now you may be thinking, are you going to scrap us? Are you going to send us back to the mainland? No. I have a better idea. Isn't
Wait, why necessarily would D199 being back on the mainland be a bad thing? Like, I mean, why would you prefer to be on Sodor?
this fun?
Sodor's lame and everyone crashes.
And you two, no, this is not part.
Bro, I swear, the death counts on Sodor must be insane. Like, it must be in the thousands.
Particularly fun being attached to a helicopter and spinning around. Well, the fun has just begun. Yahoo! Ah! You know what? Maybe next time we'll go after Edward. Ah!
Okay, so, a solid episode. Pretty action-packed. But definitely a downgrade from the last two. So one's a bit more obnoxious. So overall, first half of season 1, I gotta say, is not great, but it does improve with the second half. We have some pretty creative episodes here, humorous and creative at the same time. So stay tuned for next week when I will be doing a second stream covering those episodes and doing commentary on that. And also stay tuned for a compilation, 2 compilation videos, one of which will be a Crash compilation, compilating, I don't know if that's a word, combining all of the crashes in season 1 of Wooden Travels and putting them into one video to make a pretty crazy montage. And the next compilation will be a compilation video of every season 1 episode of Wooden Railway Travels. This very moment, don't know how long that video will be. Probably over an hour. I want to say this stream was over an hour, so I would assume that the entire season overall, maybe an hour and 50 seconds. I am trying to make it a little clever. There are going to be some kind of cool transition scenes from episode to episode. I'd say look forward to that, but it's nothing that much. It's just a bunch of stuff you've already seen, just combined together. Ooh. Look forward to those, and season 2 will begin sometime within the next few weeks. So yeah, that is all I have for this stream. I hope you all are enjoying Labor Day weekends. Today's Labor Day. And I will see you soon. Rust out.